Rachel, you've obviously been out of action for a long while now. Remind us, how did the injury happen, where did it happen, and what has been happening since?
So it was March, it was our first game, the FA Cup game, down at Yeovil. And just kind of, I was in the corner, jockeying, kind of defending, and then sort of went to switch my body and then just felt pain. I went down and I didn't know exactly how bad it was. Felt a little bit unstable, but I went off the pitch, sort of jogged up and down, and it felt okay. A little bit painful, but didn't think too much of it. And then when I came back on, I was doing some sprints and that felt fine and getting back into the game. But then there was at one point, I think it was still 0-0 at that point, and they were attacking us. And I just felt that I would have let the team down if I stayed on, just because my knee didn't feel that stable. So at that point I just kind of said, I need to come off. Had a scan, found out that was my ACL. Wasn't completely ruptured, but enough really to need it reconstructed. So it's been a long road. It's been sort of like 14 months. Had a lot of ups and downs. I was predicted to be sort of 9 to 12 months back. From about November time, a little bit before then, I just wasn't making any progress, and I was almost going backwards. So then I had a little bit of a clean-up. I had loads of scar tissue, and then that needed to come out. And since then, I've really sort of kicked on and moved forwards. Now I've just started to run outside, which is amazing. Obviously, to get, when you've been in the gym for 14 months and stuck in that room, it's nice to be outside, especially when it's sunny as well. So I'm really happy that I'm sort of kicking on, and Sophie's been great with me as well, physio-wise. She's really been positive and pushed me towards getting back soon, so that's nice.
So you can see the football at the end of the tunnel now? I
can. I'm actually kicking the ball around. Played a little bit of head tennis the other day, and you know, before I was doing nothing. So it's nice, honestly, just to be outside and not just be doing gym-based work. So yeah, I'm going down to St George's Park next week, and I went there for a week about 5 or 6 weeks ago. And that was really good. They tested to sort of see where I was at. I've got a little bit of a difference in power between my two legs, but that's something I've been working on in the last 5 weeks, so hopefully that's come closer together. I mean, it's not, you know, it's never going to be exactly the same. You're never going to have two legs which are symmetrical, but as close as it can be is kind of what we're looking for.
Has it been a benefit to have, I mean, obviously it's not a benefit to Sunderland ladies, but to have Kyla going through this alongside you?
Yeah, definitely. We were like two peas in a pod. Obviously, when I had my setbacks, she progressed and I kind of stayed. But for about 6 months, we would joint to each other's hips. Like everyone in the building would just be like, we never see you two apart. You know, our injuries were 2 weeks apart, so we were pretty much on the same schedule in terms of where our rehab was going. So that was, you know, we pushed each other on and we stayed and we did extra upper sessions and core, and I think you struggle to do that if you're by yourself. 1 to 2 months you just sat in sort of icing and doing really limited stuff. And that room could be a really lonely place if you're not even made it into the gym yet. Just to be there by yourself, I think that would be really hard. So for having us both there together, you know, and just egging each other on to simple little things like lifting your leg up, which obviously you can't do straight after the operation. It takes a little bit of time, and getting off the crutches and stuff like that. We really pushed each other on, and I think that benefited us both to have each other, and now we're just like two peas in a pod.
So what is a typical rehab day for you at the moment?
So I've upped my rehab now to sort of 3 times a week in terms of actual rehab-based sessions. So that would be like my running, jumps, more like control-based stuff. A lot of body weight, but control-based things. And then I have my strength sessions 3 times a week. And then in between that, I fit in upper body. I usually do sort of 2 upper body sessions a week, and then core sort of every other day as well. So yeah, it's pretty full on.
So big question, what is your target return date?
I'm aiming for pre-season. I'll definitely be back for the winter season. But my goal is, I'm going to be working over summer, going to be in, so that'll kind of give me a little bit of a heads up on everyone else. And yeah, I'm aiming for pre-season.